Hi guys, I am Crystal Sky. I'm here with day 19, and day 19 is actually a challenge video. Today we are going to be doing the art challenge. So, the art style challenge. I'm pretty new to this. My style is kind of, not really a style yet, but I'm going to draw my OC Naname, who isn't finalized, and then I'm going to draw her in the Gravity Falls style, the Sailor Moon Crystal style, Kekkai Sensen style, because that's my favorite anime. I have 3 pictures of that show. A World of Work. I'm going to draw her as a night elf, just for fun. Then the Disney style, and the Pokemon from Pokemon Sun and Moon, the trainer style, and then the Clamp style, or the Tsubasa Chronicles style. One of my favorite anime as well. So, that's what we're going to do today.
Alright, so today I am mixing up my supplies like crazy. I'm using my Kuratoga Alice in Wonderland limited edition pencil. Mechanical pencil. That's a big, huge sentence there for just a Kuratoga pencil, but it's my favorite, so that's what I'm using. And then I'm using a render sketchbook to hopefully have some paper that the markers that I'm using today will work nicely on. You can see the problem and the frustration beginning here. The paper on the opposite side is up, and it's driving me nuts. Oh my god, this is the most frustrating 30 days of learning video I've done so far, and the watercolor one comes in second. I had so much trouble with this sketchbook. I couldn't get the paper to stay down no matter what I did, and I had to keep shoving it down with both my elbows. It was the worst drawing surface imaginable to draw on. It was so bad. So the only micron I used today was a 5. I wanted to use the same line weight, or the same micron size, so that all the line weights would be the same or varied, but with the similar size. I thought that might be helpful. I'm a very beginner at style, so this is a great lesson for me in order to identify style. So this is my style, which is very simple right now that I'm just learning, so it's extremely simple, but I have the same thing that I do with the skin every time, and the same shading colors I use, and pretty much everything is just really simple. The only shading I really use is on the skin, and then the hair is done in not a very shading or blendy kind of way. And the lines are pretty unvaried, or as unvaried as I can get them with my really shaky hands. And I do the hair where I leave white spots and do the red just in the white spots, because I don't know why I've been doing that, but I kind of like it. So the first was my style. I stopped the camera a couple of times and redid, or like hit the record button again, to get it into just smaller chunks so that it was easier to record. And I had so much. This took me. I started at midnight, and I'm now voice narrating. It's like 3:30 in the morning. So normally these videos don't take especially long to make. But this one took me a while. I knew it would take me a little bit longer, but I didn't think it would take me 4 hours longer. It normally takes about an hour and a half to produce a 5-minute video. This is gonna take like an hour and a half just to render, so that's fun. I had a lot of trouble with the Gravity Falls style eyes. I knew I would. I've drawn Gravity Falls fan art before, and that's probably where the style was the hardest to kind of do fan art for, is because I didn't want to ruin the eyes and make the eyes completely my own in a fan art, but I also wanted to have that sort of style. And pretty much all of the noses I messed up because it was really hard to see with the sketchbook doing what it was doing. It was really annoying. I don't think I've ever been so annoyed drawing ever. That aside, besides all the annoying things that happened, I really enjoyed this. This video is going to be extremely long. It's like 26 minutes right now, and that's just crazy. Anyway, more about the art. So I'm using Copics, if you can see over there in the corner. All of the skin colors I have are Copics. The red and the orange are Copics, and eventually I will use a Blick Studio marker for some different colors that I don't have in Copics that are signature to my OC. So that's what I'm using here. The hair, for some of them I added the streaks, and some of them I decided against the streaks because I felt like it wouldn't fit the style, and that's just what I intended to do. But I actually think I shouldn't have added the streaks with the Gravity Falls character, because it doesn't, in the end, it doesn't look very good at all with the hair. But, you know, I don't mind. I think I did an alright job with the Gravity Falls style character. Again, I've drawn in the style of Gravity Falls before, so. Also, my Micron smudged. I've never had it smudge. I've drawn a million pictures in this sketchbook with these Microns and the Copics, and I've never had the Micron smudge until now, so yay! It always happens when you're recording, usually. So next is the Sailor Moon style. Probably the most fun I had was either the Sailor Moon style or the Pokemon Trainer style. Probably my two favorite styles out of all of these. I used to watch Sailor Moon when I was a little kid, along with Card Captors, which was my original channel name for my gaming channel. It was Card Captors Naruto. And I really, really, really loved Sailor Moon when I was little. I have all the little dolls, you know, had all of them when I was little, and that's just a big thing. I might pull it out of frame a couple of times, but I fix it pretty quickly. That's just mainly because I can't see, because the sketchbook is just so annoying. I should have done it on the bigger sketch pad, despite the fact that I didn't think that the marker would take well to the paper. But I just wanted it to look nice at the end, and I think it does look nice for some of them at the end, but I was just so annoyed with the sketchbook. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna keep going back to it because it was really a terrible experience, and I just need to complain about it for a little bit. But for the Sailor Moon style, this is specifically the crystal style. I haven't analyzed the original Sailor Moon style, so I'm not sure if there's a huge difference in style there. But this is specifically the Sailor Moon crystal style. And I had to draw that little mouth because in the promotional picture I was looking at was Sailor Moon with that cute little O mouth. And I was like, yep, I'm keeping that. So I did. And I thought it really just like took the picture away, which was amazing. I just kind of like a little inside joke. I was like, yep, that O face, I'm keeping it. I also made her hair a little bit more flowy because if you think about it, even Sailor Jupiter, whose hair is shorter, actually has pretty swoopy-ish hair. So I decided to keep her hair a little bit, or make her bangs. I'm not really sure what those two things dangling on the side are, but I decided to make them a little bit longer to kind of fit the style, which was fine. You know, I think it actually added to the style, and I'm pretty happy with it. So that's pretty good. So it was pretty strange to take the same colors multiple times and try to fit them to a style. So for my style in coloring, I just shade the skin and then I don't shade anything else. For the Gravity Falls style character, there's really barely any shading with Gravity Falls, as far as I could tell with the pictures I had. For Sailor Moon, there's actually a bunch of shading, but the skin colors that they use for all the characters are pretty light. So I used a really basic light skin color, and I didn't blend the hair with the streaks. I thought maybe just adding little tiny streaks to make it more elegant would fit the style better, which was what I did. I started with the hair this time. I thought I was going to start with the skin, but apparently not. I also messed up. There's a big blotchy orange. Yeah, there it goes. There's the mess up. The Copic was really juicy. Like, that is the juiciest Copic I have, and I don't have a refill for that one, so it just kind of, like, went and just juiced everywhere. It was horrible and blotched my picture, and I hate it. So I decided to make the streets super elegant to kind of fit the character or the style. And then I used my lightest skin color, Eggshell, and my next lightest color to shade, because Sailor Moon does have shade. I also added an orange, a darker orange, underneath where the shading would be, because underneath Sailor Moon's hair, if there's any sort of darkness that would be there, there is shading. So I just redid it in orange because I don't have a darker orange. My color palettes and the ability to color to fit the style was really impeded by the fact that I have a very small collection of markers. So some of the times I had to really improvise or like do double passes over them when they were dry, or just try a lot of different tricks to get the style almost to work out. But I've just started really using color, so it's very hard for me right now to identify color style. I'm pretty happy with the choices that I made with these. But if you feel that they're different, let me know. There's a comment section. Just go down there and type out your anger letters there. I'll read them. I promise. I read everything. So this is the first time I really colored the eyes. The Gravity Falls characters don't have color in their eyes. My Osi Naname has bright green eyes, which was super nice. And though I took the big bright spot and I used Micron to go over that, which it isn't like that in the original style. I probably should have gone over the Micron line with the whiteout, but I didn't. So I impeded the style, but I'm actually really happy with the way that style came out, to be fair. Oh god, I'm moving the camera. Oh god, what am I doing? I usually cut that out, but I didn't this time. I'm sorry for anybody who got seasick. Okay, so next is the Kekkai Sensen style. Okay, so Kekkai Sensen is my favorite anime. I have a couple of favorite anime, but it's one of my favorite. The music is awesome, the opening, the ending song. If you haven't seen it, really go check it out because it's amazing. It has a great story, a great art style, and what I think I had most trouble with was the grungy color style. So the color choices in the anime are really a bit darker tinged, almost like. I saw that with a lot of the different promotional stuff, and it was just really hard with the color choice that I had. So this was the most difficult color choices that I had. Also, at first I decided to do it in the style of Zap because Leonardo watches the main character in the show, and his eyes are specific to him as a character. So while I took the shape of Leonardo's eyes, I decided to try and make the pupil of the eye Zap's, and then I decided that I didn't want to do that because it looked terrible. So I went over it and I kind of made Leo's eyes in my character Naname, which I thought was a cool crossover, but I'm not sure how it turned out. I look at it now and I'm like, I don't know if I like that or not. So that's just how it occurred. Really, I was like, oh, I could do Leonardo's eye shape because Zap's eyes are really small. Most of the characters' eyes are really small. In fact, Leo, when he's not using his power, his eyes are squinted, just completely squinted. So I had a really, really hard time trying to do anything of like a style challenge with Kekkai Sensen, but I love it so much, I just couldn't skip it. It's one of my favorite anime. It really is. In case you're curious, Natsume Yujin Cho is my favorite anime. I own that whole thing on DVD. And Kino no Tabi, also one of my favorite anime, and then Kekkai Sensen. So those are my 3 favorite anime. And Kobato is a good runner-up. So yeah, we just had a little anime chat. Yay! Okay. So I pretty much do the same thing that I do with all of the different pictures here. Is I go in with a sketch with my Kurotoga. I take my 0.5 0.5 micron, and I go in there and I line it. And then I always go back and reline the eyes because they're always too small. And then here's where I made the mistake. I made them too big then. And then they couldn't be Zap size because they were too big. Also, the pupil in the eye was too big. I'm messing up all over the place. I also had a lot of trouble with the color in this whole style. I think the style that I had the worst trouble with was definitely the Disney style, but Kekkai Sensen was definitely a good second. with the different eye style and the different eye shapes and stuff. Also, the color shading for some of the promotional material that they put out for the show, the color shading is all over the place. I'm looking at it and I'm like, I'm not exactly sure, and then I go to another piece and I'm like, well, that's completely different, and it's not fan art. This is all promotional stuff for the show. I don't know. I don't I don't know what's going on. I might not be good enough to identify the art style. Might just be above my caliber of observational skill. I gotta work on my observational skill. But this is what this is for. The 30 days of learning is for me to learn 30 days of it. Every day. So, okay, that's enough of that ranting. So I believe Kekai Sensen, for the hair, I decided, I felt like all of the colors were especially blended. All of the shadows were very soft. And so that's what I decided to do. I decided to blend the highlights in the hair as best I could and use a ton of ink. And you know what? I really like it. I might start blending the red highlights into the orange, and I think it would actually look much better. So there we go. I decided, oh, that style, it's really blended. I should blend the red streaks. Oh my god, that looks awesome. So that happened. Sorry, I need a drink of water. This is a lot of talking, even for me. 22 minutes of it, I'm only like halfway there. Oh, narration is so hard. So yeah, here's where I do the eyes, and Leo's eyes are probably one of the most fabulous things in the show. The glowing and just, they're awesome. They really are. You just, if you haven't seen Kekai Sensen, just go now. I don't even care. Just skip the rest of the video and go watch that show because, oh my god, it's so good. Yeah. So I definitely mess up with the eyes. Oh, you can see my head. Hi hair. Yeah. I'm a little bit in the shot, but as I said, I was having a ton of trouble with this sketchbook, so you'll have to pardon me for this video. I promise my production will get better. It will, I promise. It's just really frustrating for me. All right, I probably could have blended the shirt a little bit more, but that's about it. That's all I could do with that. The styles are completely different if you look at them. And for my style, I just did closed eyes because I'm not really sure about what my style is for eyes yet. So I closed her eyes in like a thing, but I feel like it would have been better in like something that means something. Like I closed them because I don't think my style is really up to snuff on eyes. My face style and my hairstyle are pretty much done. Like that's what I've decided to go with. But my eyes, I'm always moving around and stuff, so my eyes are always different, so that's why I decided to close them. Alright, so we're working on the Disney style now. I know, I'm all over the place. My brain's all over the place. If you want a solid train of thought, I can't even finish a sentence anymore. It's that bad. Okay, so Disney style was the worst. I decided to do the sort of side view of the face because every single princess promotional stuff I found 2 of Belle and 2 of Sleeping Beauty, and they all were like side glance like that. And I was like, well, you know, I'll just do that then. That's, you know, little did I know that that is probably one of my weakest things. Also, Disney, your eyes. For Belle and Sleeping Beauty, your eyes just, I can't stand drawing them. I just can't. I can't do it. It's like almond and then the bottom is like square. I don't know. It's like she's wearing a whole bunch of mascara. So her eyes are completely messed up and it's not really a Disney style. You'll see at the end here, or when I label all of them at the end, that with the Disney one, I put a question mark because it's the Disney style I'm not proud of it. The Disney style one came out terribly. I was actually thinking about redrawing it, but I didn't want to have a continuity error. So I just decided to leave it because honestly, it was just that bad. And then with the lips, for the 3 pictures that I had, all of them were showing their teeth. The two princesses, Sleeping Beauty and Belle, were both showing their teeth. And I didn't like it. I didn't like the way mine came out. So I closed her mouth and I felt like it went further away from the style. So yeah, that happened, but you know, it happens, right? It just happens. I also decided to leave the lips skin color for the Disney one because, or it's not really skin color, I just kind of left it white because they don't really have lipstick on. They don't have eyeshadow on either. It's just plain colored, but it looks weird if it's skin color. So I had so much trouble. I had so much trouble with Disney. I literally had like the most trouble with Disney ever. So Disney, your art style is amazing. It cannot be replicated in any manner. Yeah. So the coloring was also a little weird. I decided to give her rosy cheeks because all of the princesses have a little rose blush on them, and it didn't blend out as much as I wanted it to. I think my skin color markers need to be refilled, which is fine. I have the refills, but still, I just, you know, I tried and it didn't blend, so I got a little frustrated with that as well. The Disney one honestly took me the longest. I'd say the Disney one alone took me about, I don't know, 40 minutes. This is all sped up 250%. So, so if this is sped up 250% and it's 26 minutes, yeah, it's, I was really frustrated. Just, I'm having a really frustrating art day. I should have warmed up more. I only drew a couple of pictures to warm up, and I should have drawn a little bit more to warm up. But that's all right. You know, I can't warm up for like 3 hours before I do every one of these. So that happens. We're having a split coming up soon. The whitener or the gel pen like thing I'm using is a Signo Uniball. Hold on, I have it here. Yep, it's a Signo Uniball. It's a white Signo Uniball. I have gel pens, and I think at one point I do use a gel pen for a smaller dot. I think that might have been with the Sailor Moon bottom glare, but the gel pen just really, I hate the way the ink comes out. It doesn't come out completely smooth, and that drives me absolutely bonkers. So I got the Signo Uniballs, and they work so much better. I would recommend. Okay, so the last one was the Pokemon Trainer. This one was the quickest one. By far the quickest one that I did besides my own style, my own style took very little time. But I actually had a problem because the micron was so large. I had a trouble retracing the eyes with the micron. They turned out a little bit bigger in the finished product than they did with the pencil. I was actually really, really happy with the way they turned out on pencil. And the micron just made them bigger and really upset me a little bit. But I really like the way the Pokemon Trainer came out. This is specifically the Pokemon Trainer from Sun and Moon. As you guys know, I've drawn a fan art for Pokemon Sun and Moon. I actually have it right here. I can't show it to you because I don't have my webcam on. But I have a big fan art that I did of Pokemon from Pokemon Sun and Moon when it first came out. I love the game. And the style for the trainer is one of my favorite. I'm really hoping Pokemon Stars comes out for the Switch because that would be awesome. I'm a little obsessed with the style from that game. So yeah, that would be amazing. So this, again, the Pokemon Trainer style was super easy for me. And really, it was just, this one was super fun, actually. I could have done like a whole bunch of them in like Pokemon Trainer style, like maybe a whole bunch of characters. But I haven't actually revealed any other characters from my story on my channel yet, except Naname. So I did everything in Naname. I could have done like a whole bunch of characters in Pokemon Trainer style. That's why I like it so much. So the outer part of the eye isn't lined. It's just not colored. And I totally love that. That style is awesome. It really, really shows just how cartoony and cool a Pokemon game can be. The art is great in that game. As I'm looking at it, I'm really probably okay. Let's go over the styles. So Kekai Sensen and Disney were the two hardest. Sailor Moon and Gravity Falls were pretty much in the middle. My style obviously was the easiest, and then the Pokemon Trainer. I'm really unhappy with the way the Disney one came out, but the Kekai Sensen one I'm not upset with, but it feels like it doesn't actually fit the style as much as it should in a style challenge. Yeah, no, I'm I'm really I'm really happy with the way some of these came out, and I'm really happy to have done this challenge. So this is not really a day video, it's more of a challenge video, but I added it to the day list, so it's just going to be for the day because it took me so long to do this one. And we're gonna go back to my past self in a minute here. And I'm gonna rage about this render sketchbook again. I'm so sorry, you guys.
Well, guys, what do you think? I was gonna do clamp style or Tsubasa style, but I really don't have time. This video has taken me already a good 2 hours around. Yeah, it's almost 3 a.m. So I started recording at midnight. So it's been a while. So I did all these different styles, and there are some styles that I really hated and some styles that I really liked. The coloring may not be completely in their style. I don't think I'm a good enough artist yet to really identify the color style too well. So that happened. Also, this sketchbook was really, really, really annoying to draw in and record at the same time because it won't stay open and it's driving me absolutely bonkers. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please leave some encouragement down in the comment section. This video was really hard for me to record. There were a bunch of obstacles this time, which doesn't normally happen, but this time it did. So please leave some encouragement down in the comment section. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.